Welcome back, Awakening Beauties. I'm so happy to be with you today. And in this chatty little get ready with me, I'm doing I think a kind of simple fall look. I did my makeup yesterday and I really loved the way it turned out. So I thought I would recreate it for you today. So grab a drink, hot beverage, cold beverage, whatever suits you best, and let's get into it. In case this is your first time joining me, my name is Robin, and this channel is the intersection of fashion, beauty, health, and spirituality. I cover a lot of topics on this channel. Lately, I've been really focused on the beauty and fashion aspect because I'm a fashion designer and I love all things fashion and beauty related. I hope you've been enjoying all of this beauty content because I love making it and I love talking about makeup. I love doing my makeup. And I'm so happy now that my eye surgery is over and that I can be wearing eye makeup again. It's been really nice. So in case you didn't see that video, I will link it. I'll link it below. I'll try to link it in the cards also, where I talk about my lens replacement surgery. And now I am 2 weeks out from that. And yeah, I'm seeing really good. Things are going really well. And it just keeps getting better and better, in fact. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of this Merit Great Skin. I'm getting through this bottle. I haven't been using this lately, especially during the summer. I wouldn't say that it makes your skin oily, but it is a biphase product. And my skin is dry, and it's been very dry lately. It might look a little shiny on camera, even before I put this on, simply because of my skincare products that I just put on. And the lights in here tend to make me look a little shinier than I actually am in real life. Haven't figured out the workaround about that. I'm doing good just making videos and editing them. I mean, the whole lighting situation, and I'm recording with my iPhone. I still don't have a proper camera, but you know, Christmas is coming. So maybe I'll get a camera for Christmas. The reason why I wanted to use that product today, and by the way, I'll link everything below in case you're interested, but I used this e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation a couple of weeks ago. When was it? When did I make that? I don't remember when I made it. I think I made that video a week ago. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But I was having a very dry skin day and I had like patches around my nose and even up in the corners of my eyes, which was very unusual. And anyways, it really clung to those dry patches. I did use it a few more times since then, and I did try it with the Merit, and I feel like it went on better. The jury for me is still out. I'm still testing this product, and maybe after today and after I make this video and tonight, I'll definitely put a pinned comment below about my final thoughts about this foundation. I'm not sure that it's the best for dry skin, but I'm still testing it. So let's give it another chance. But I'm gonna start with my eyes today because I'm revisiting this Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. Now, my husband bought this for my birthday last year when I was doing a no-buy year, and he bought this for me, and I was overwhelmed with excitement. You got this for me? I didn't think you were I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. He got me the Natasha Denona palette. Because I had been wanting that palette all year, and I was like, oh dang, I'm doing a no-buy year. I can't go out and buy that palette for myself. So that was like a beautiful part of doing a no-buy year. I'm just using the MAC paint pot in the color Painterly to lay down a primer for my eyes. But yeah, that was such a happy surprise. I didn't know that he was buying that for me. And one of the things I love and appreciate about my no-buy year was not only how resourceful I became when I couldn't go out and buy new products and I had to use up all of my old products, but that when I did get something new like that for my birthday, I was more excited than I would have been otherwise. And I can see that. I've been buying myself things, and you know, it's kind of sticking to a budget for this channel of things to review, even though I'm trying not to promote over consumerism. You realize that at a certain point you have too much stuff, and how much more do you really need? And if it's for review purposes on this channel, I try to make very concise and well thought out purchases of things that I will actually use, you know, but not everything works out. So I just set my eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury Airless, I say that every time, airless, airbrush flawless finish. I don't know why I can't say that. So it's gonna be a pretty simple eye. This whole look is gonna be rather simple. But I'm gonna start with the color Fair. Just kind of lay that down over my eye and get in the crease a little bit. It's not gonna add too much color, but I just wanna get a little bit of a transition going here. And then I'm gonna go in with the color Mesh, which is a really nice, soft, neutral color. It really is. This palette I love because it's so neutral leaning. It doesn't lean, well, she just put out a I Need a Warm palette, and I have no interest in getting that. And then there's been a lot of other people putting out neutrals palettes. And because I have this one, I have no desire to go and get that one. So now I'm gonna take the color Vague, which is, I'm just using this whole row right here, the way it's laid out. And I'm gonna find my smaller brush for my crease because I don't wanna pick up too much, just enough. Just to build it up. I don't want it to get too dark because I'm not going for a dark smoky look. I'm going for, this is an understated fall eyeshadow and makeup look. Just like an everyday kind of look. I've been doing some more glamorous kind of looks and grungy looks, and yesterday when I went to work, it was just like a real laid back day, and I did this basic look and I got compliments. I went to, my friend had an art show last night, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I made reels and posts about it because I was so proud of her. I mean, she's a tattoo artist, and it was in her tattoo shop. She cleared it out, and she cleared out all the artwork and everything that she has on the walls that are a permanent fixture in her shop. And she had it set up with all of her drawings and paintings. She had so much mixed media, and she had gotten inspired by a sad clown girl. For whatever reason, that was her inspiration. And it just transformed into this very moving and beautiful and cute. And she doesn't do cute. She does traditional tattoo. The name of her tattoo shop is Tradition Tattoo. And she's done all of my husband's tattoo. He has a sleeve on one of his arms and getting there on the other arm as well. But this is like such a far departure from the type of art that I normally see from her. And I was so proud of her, and I was so overwhelmed that I started crying right away. As I started to look around at all the paintings, I started crying. I was like, this is incredible. I'm gonna go in with the NYX glitter glue because the next color I'm gonna use is a glitter color. I don't get too bad of fallout, but I can get some. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down some glitter glue. Glitter glue. But anyways, I immediately started to cry, and she laughed at me, and she was thanking me. But I had to buy something, and so I bought one of her paintings. And I was trying to decide between 3 of the paintings. The theme was, like, she used stuffed animals, and she had the sad clown girl. That was part of the theme of the whole, that was the name of the show. But then she had this little unicorn stuffed animal, and she had a teddy bear, and they had like little signs saying different things like I'm free, last of my kind, and need a good home, just like all these things. And it was just so moving. I just can't explain it. You would have had to been there, but it was really beautiful. And so I was I couldn't decide between these 3 paintings. But there was one that just kept calling out to me, and it just kept drawing my attention into it. And I mean, all 3 of them made me feel something very deep inside of me. I want to cry just thinking about it. She really captured something very special in that show. I will link her Instagram below, and you can go check out her work. Yeah, I was really moved. And so then I finally said, I think it's that one. And the name of the painting was Thank You. And she said, that's my favorite in the whole show. And I mean, she had like over 50 works of art. She probably had more than that. She had so much artwork. And I was like, wow. I was like, I picked your favorite. And she's like, you know, my best friend. She proposed to me last year. I think I told that story last year where she like got down on one knee and proposed and asked me to be her best friend and gave me a beef fry necklace. So we're very close. That is very pretty. It's very simple, but it's very pretty. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there. I think I'm not gonna build more on that. I'm just gonna leave that right where it's at. And then I'm just gonna use this Persona eyeliner in the color Chocolate. This is a really good eyeliner. It's 24-hour waterproof, and it stays in place once you put it down, but you have a little time to work with it if you want to kind of smoke it out a little bit. The color is like very pigmented and just a really pretty color. It's a really great formula. I'm just gonna tight line a little bit in here. I don't want to make too much of a wing. I just want a tiny little baby wing, which I have it sort of going there. So I'm just taking like a little angled brush. I took it to the tip of the eyeliner. That's what I love about this. You really have a little bit of time to work it. My eyebrows, I'm gonna use my Precisely My Brow. I've been loving this eyebrow pencil. It's so good. But last night, you know, and I know that Rebecca's my friend, you know, so I'm so proud of her and just can't believe how much artwork. She runs a tattoo shop. That's her full-time job. And she has a part-time job at a bakery. And she's been there almost 2 years. And it's a great bakery, by the way. It's in downtown Delray Beach. If you're ever in South Florida, I'll link that below. But she works there 2 or 3 days a week in the morning. Just because she wanted to learn how to bake. Just because she wanted a little part-time thing. She wanted something to do. And she was having a little bit too much free time on her hand, I guess. But she also always wanted to work at a bakery. So she just said, hey, I see your help wanted sign in the window. And they love her there. She does a great job. But yeah, she's so industrious. And I can't believe how much she can get done. She's so industrious. So I'm just gonna shake this a little bit just in case. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand, just using that much. And you can see this has a pretty thick consistency. But the point is, and I haven't really gotten to the point, is that you always hear that like art should move you. Art should make you feel something. It shouldn't just be something that matches your living room. It should be something that art is supposed to make you feel. That's the point of great art. And I definitely was so moved by her artwork. And I think everybody that was there was as well. I mean, she's a comedian. That's how I know her. We used to be on an improv team together. And she does stand-up comedy, and she's hilarious. And we are constantly laughing like crazy every time we're together. She's so funny, and she's so lighthearted, and just like one of the kindest, just most compassionate people that I know. Can you tell I love this person? And she's an amazing artist. And by the way, she does commissioned pet paintings, like of dogs, and she's even done cats before, but mostly people commission her for dog portraits. And she really just captures their little souls. So if you're looking for a very personalized gift for someone that you know, and like if you know someone who loves their pet, all she needs is a photograph. And she's amazing though. I mean, you'll just have to check out her Instagram. So I really like the way this went on a lot better using the Merit Great Skin. I've also kind of been working on clearing up some of those dry, patchy areas with my skincare. I still feel like I have the need to go in with a sponge and just kind of press it out and blend it down. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Conceal and Perfect in the color Melon, just to take down a little bit of this blue of the veins in my inner eyes. But yeah, we're approaching the holidays, so I definitely wanted to mention Rebecca. And although she's a very busy gal, she is very responsible. And if you had someone in your life that you wanted to commission a portrait of their dog or some pet that they have, she's great with dogs. I can attest to that. I don't know about all kinds of animals, but I'm sure because she's an artist. She went to art school. She has her degree in art, in fine art. Going to go in with the Lancome Tint E-Doll. I didn't have the greatest success. I think I was just having a bad skin day. But I didn't have the greatest success when I used this the first time. So let's go back in. I also have a little pimple right there. Yay. It's weird. I've been getting little pimples on my nose lately. But I know that a lot of people love the Tint E-Doll. So that's why I'm continuing to use it and give it a chance. I really love the Natasha Denona High Glam concealer. That one is probably my favorite right now. This one has a thinner consistency, which is fine. The jury is out for me on this one as well. Like, I like it, but is it gonna be like one of my favorites? Honestly, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the NYX concealer serum. It has that sort of consistency. It sort of reminds me of the NYX, which isn't a bad thing. It's a good concealer. I've been telling you that this Ilia multi-stick has had a chokehold on me, and it's the color of Fine Romance. So I did go ahead and buy it in the color At Last, and I love this color. It's a beautiful mauve color. I've pretty much been using this exclusively ever since it arrived. I'm not going to use any bronzer, and I'm not going to use a contour. I just don't want to. I want to keep this look very soft and romantic. And I just feel like sometimes when you use those other products, it sort of takes away that sort of romantic feel of the makeup. Yeah, so this is my fighting romance fall look. That's what this is. I just realized as I'm putting it on, I'm going for this romantic feeling. I'm keeping it really high. I'm trying not to get too low. You know, these cream colors can sort of travel, but I am going to set it as well, so that will help. I'm going to go ahead and use the Laura Mercier. I've been using my Givenchy Prisma Libre, but I'm going to use my Laura Mercier. I used this yesterday, so I had really good success. And what I do is I just take a triangle puff, take off a little bit of the excess on my hand, and then just press it in around the eye. I'm half baking. I'm not a full baker. But this is just a beautiful... I'm going to use it on the rest of my face too. It's got a very blurring quality to it. It's very finely milled. Instead of a brush, actually I am going to use a brush a little bit. But in here I look extra shiny, and I don't want to look that way on camera. So I got to use a little bit extra product than I normally would, just to take down some of the shine that shows up on camera. I'm going to take a brush now and continue to slightly dust. So speaking of holiday gifts, I've mentioned before that my husband and I have a business, and my husband makes paintball accessories and headbands, but they have multitude of, I just feel like I don't mention this very often, so I feel like as the holidays are approaching that I should mention that he does have an online shop, and he has beautiful designs that he's custom designed the fabrics and had fabrics made, and he does sew all of these headbands, And so his shop is pretty full right now of product that he's gearing up for the holidays. And so these headbands are great for if you have a paintball player in your life, if you have someone that plays airsoft. It's even good, I think, for a chef, a gardener, anybody who's doing stuff outdoor to help keep the sweat out of their eyes. And they're just really cool. They're like really badass headbands, I have to say. So I will link his store. I always link the store, actually. It's always in my description, at the bottom of my description box. I always have the store linked. So if you have anybody in your life who you think that might be suitable for, then stay tuned, because I know he'll probably run a Black Friday sale. I'm going to go ahead and set with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I almost said airless. I don't know why I can't say that. Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It's that less at the end of flawless that I want to say airless. Now, back to my tried and true, my favorite Thrive Cosmetics. Their tubing mascara, it's just phenomenal. Okay, I'm only going to do the top lashes right now because I did want to go in with a little more of that mesh color. And I'm just going to put down a little bit here. It's subtle, but it does make a difference, I think. I mean, those eyes, that's really beautiful. And using the glitter glue really helped to bring out that color, that Mia color in that palette, because it's basically a topper, so it's not these. That's the thing about these Natasha Denona palettes, is that the colors, the shimmers are more like sort of wet looking toppers. They're very subtle in a way. They're not the slam you in the face kind of glitters or shimmers that you get in some other palettes. So this helped it, I think, make a little bit more of an impact. I think I'm gonna take a Fine Romance and just build up a little bit, because I am wearing this burgundy color and I feel like maybe that the blush is just not quite dark enough, because I already know that my lip color, I'm also not going very dark with that. So I'm just putting that towards the front of the cheek. Yeah, perfect. It just needed a little bit extra, color there. Swiping off that lip gloss that I had on earlier. I almost wanted to go, and I love this. If you've never tried these vinyl lips, and I am going to use another color, but these are so good from Maybelline, these vinyl ink colors, but I'm going to use a softer color. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Artist Lip Pencil in the color Forever Walnut, Wherever Walnut. Ever since I tried it last week, I've been using it every day. I might have a problem because lip pencils are my downfall. These are all lip pencils. But I use them. I use all of them, just not all at once. So you do have to shake these up. And then this is in the color Cheeky, 35 Cheeky. And these last. They really last. They can last almost all day, depending on if you're eating anything oily. That'll sort of break down the color. But these, I don't know how they do it. So here is the finished look. A soft, glam, romantic fall look. Revisiting the Natasha Denona palette. This is such a good palette. If you love makeup and you don't have this palette, this might be a good thing to get for Christmas. I'm just saying. I've loved this for over a year. So there are a lot of other nudes palettes out there, but when I compare this one to all of those, I feel like this one is just, it's a really good palette. I'm not going to say it's the best, because that's, everybody has their own personal opinion, but to me, like, I have no need for any of those other nude palettes that come out, because I have this one. So here's the finished look. What do you think? like I said, I'm still a little bit on the fence with this foundation. I do feel like it's settling in a little bit to my lines, but it is pretty. It's a very pretty foundation. I'm not completely wowed over it like some people are, but I'm also, if here's the fence and here's love and here's hate, I'm like right here. I'm right over here. I'm not on the middle. I'm a little bit closer to love. I'm not anywhere near hate, but I'm also not extremely loving. I'm like right here. The Lancome Te Idol, I'm liking it more and more. I still like the Natasha Denona High Glam better than this, but this is a very nice concealer. Very nice. Of course, my Ilia blushes, you're gonna have to pry these out of my cold dead hands. And these vinyl, they've been out for a while, and I really love them because I don't know how they do it. They stay shiny and they last. They last for a long time. I've had them last for 5 or 6 hours, and through eating and drinking, and they're just it's a really good drugstore product. It's a good product even if it wasn't drugstore. And the Laura Mercier, it's a classic. If you're looking for a good brightening under eye powder, this is a really good one. And I have dry under eyes and it still works for me. So that's a good one. I think that's it. If you have questions about anything else that I might have tried in this video that I didn't talk about, just leave it in the comments below. And do me a favor and check to see if you're subscribed, because there's a great majority of people watching my channel that aren't actually subscribed. And so, then how are you gonna know when I put up videos if you're not subscribed? And it also really helps me. It helps to push my videos out to other people so that YouTube will actually recommend my video to other people. And what also helps is if you give this a like. I appreciate if you do any of that. And if you're really brave, you'll hit the notification bell. And that way you get notified as soon as I upload a video, which generally is once or twice a week on Sundays and sometimes on a Wednesday or a Thursday. But that about does it for me. I'm so excited as we move closer into the holidays, and hoping that all of you are doing great and excited also about the holidays. So let me know, what are you the most excited about? What do you have planned? Are you staying home for Christmas? Are you going out of town? What are your plans? There's a lot going on in the world, and they just have to stay hopeful that everything is going to work out. And I feel like I am very grateful to have all of you, and the ones especially that comment regularly. You don't know how much that helps me to keep going with my channel, because as many of you know, I work full time and I do this as a labor of love. I haven't made any money off of this channel at this point, and I do put affiliate links down below, and if you buy through my links, then I will theoretically get a small commission. So far, I haven't made any. I haven't gotten to the threshold to be able to get a commission yet. So, it really helps, and I know no pressure, but if you do click my links, I really appreciate it. So yeah, I do this as a labor of love, and because I just really love making videos. I love talking with all of you, and I hope you will subscribe and stay around. And I hope that I do keep making videos. So that's kind of dependent on you guys, so no pressure though. Well, anyways, that does it for me. Until next time, I really love you guys. And you know what? You're doing great.